everyone, in this video we will cover the current affairs. I am Nuzhat Sana. For mobile optimized ebooks, please install GK Today Academy app. You can attend the quizzes on this app for better practice, and after that you can also read the detailed explanation of the questions you have missed. For regular updates, please check our Telegram channel. The link is given in the description box. You can subscribe to it if you find it relevant. For hard copy books, you can visit our website gktbooks.com. Okay. Also, our latest initiative is UPSC Prelims Test Series for 2021 and 2022 in GK Today Academy app. So if you are appearing in UPSC Prelims, you may consider joining this. So now, without wasting any further time, let's get started. So today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 10th of July 2021. Starting with very first question, Valmiki National Park, which was seen in the news recently, is the only national park of which state? So Valmiki National Park and Tiger Reserve and Wildlife Sanctuary is located at the India-Nepal border in the state of Bihar, and it is on the bank of river Gandak. And do remember that Valmiki National Park is the only national park in the state of Bihar itself. So why this is in news? Because recently the authorities of VTR, that is Valmiki Tiger Reserve, have identified 150 vultures in different ranges of the protected area. So a proposed plan for vulture conservation is sent to the IDWH, that is Integrated Development of Wildlife Habitats. Now apart from it, Rajasthan is important. Why? Because the government of Rajasthan has planned to develop a tiger corridor by connecting 3 of its tiger reserves. First is Ranthambore Tiger Reserve, second is Ramgarh Vishdhari Tiger Reserve, and the third one is Mukundra. So by connecting these 3 tiger reserves, a tiger corridor would be formed. Now apart from it, few lectures back we have talked about Virache National Park, and it is located in Cambodia. Actually this national park is Cambodian Asian Heritage Park located in northeast of the country. So actually here illegal logging is a major concern since 2000, and definitely it leads to vast scale of degradation at an exponential scale. But now the situation has been improved, and due to which a species called giant muntjac has been found. Now Satpura Tiger Reserve is important because recently it has been included in UNESCO's World Heritage Site, and it belongs to Madhya Pradesh. Then apart from all these things, now Assam has 7 national parks, because recently 2 have been added, and which are they? The Raimona Reserve Forest is the 6th national park of Assam, and 7th is Dihing Patkai. So already we have covered this news, and at that time I have told you the rest 5. If you remember, please write in the comment section which are the other 5 national parks of Assam. Question number 2. What is the name of the tropical storm that has hit Cuba recently? So the name of this storm is Elsa, and due to which nearly 1 lakh people in the country have suffered. And further it exited from Cuba and entered to Florida. So due to Elsa, Cuba faced heavy rains which causes light flooding, and hence Elsa caused at least 3 direct deaths and some damages to infrastructure as well as agriculture. Now apart from it, few months back there was a subtropical storm called Anna, which drifted in northeast across the Atlantic Ocean after causing rain to Bermuda. So do remember that Anna is the first named Atlantic storm of 2021. Now Arctic Ocean is also important due to some part of Arctic ice which is located north of Greenland, because researchers have earlier expected that this area is strong enough to withstand the global warming and the climate change things. But recently it has been found that this layer is now getting thinner and thinner with time. So that's why this was in news. Now apart from it, there was a space hurricane 1 or 2 months back. And why it is important? Because this is the first time that scientists have discovered the hurricane in the upper atmosphere of the earth. So usually the hurricanes are formed in the lower atmosphere, but this is the very first time that it has been formed in the upper atmosphere of our earth. And it continuously swirled for nearly 8 hours over the North Pole in the upper atmosphere. Then apart from it, few months back India was hit by 2 cyclones. First is Cyclone Taukte and second one is Cyclone Yas. So Taukte was formed in Arabian Sea and it hits our west coast, while Yas was formed in Bay of Bengal and it hits the coastal parts of Odisha and West Bengal. Now you have to tell me which countries have named these cyclones. Question number 3. Which ministry launched Ayurveda data set on clinical trials registry India CTRI portal? So this has been launched by Ministry of Ayush, and now you have to write what is the full form of Ayush. So recently the Ayurveda dataset of CTRI has been jointly developed by ICMR, that is Indian Council of Medical Research, and CCRAS, means Central Council for Research in Ayurvedic Sciences, which comes under the Ministry of Ayush. So along with it, Union Ayush Minister has also launched 4 more portals named as Amar, Sahi, eMedha and RMIS. Now apart from it, few days back Ayush Ministry has launched Ayush Clinical Case Repository portal, and this portal will act as a platform providing support both to Ayush practitioners and the general public. So along with it, third version of Ayush Sanjeevani app was also launched. Also, Ayush Ministry has decided to set up Ayush Export Promotion Council, and yes, during the curtain raiser event of International Yoga Day, Ayush Ministry has launched an application called Namaste Yoga, and this was the 7th anniversary of International Day of Yoga, which is celebrated on 21st of June, and you have to write what was the theme for this year. Also, Ayush Department has launched wellness program for COVID-19 patients in Himachal Pradesh and named it as Ayush Ghar Dwar. So this will aim to ensure not only physical but also social, mental and spiritual well-being to the COVID patients. Question number 4. Which country hosted the Co-Win Global Conclave? So recently this event has been hosted by India, and the former Union Health Minister Harshvardhan had inaugurated this virtual conclave. Why I am saying Mr. Harshvardhan as former Health Minister? Because now new Health Minister of India has been appointed, and who is it? Mansukh Mandviya. And apart from it, as per the Coal Ministry, India's total coal production has registered a decline of nearly 2.02%, in which Chhattisgarh has registered the highest coal production, and it is further followed by Odisha and Madhya Pradesh. And also remember that Jharkhand is the top producer of coking coal. Also, India was in news because as per 2019 data, BJP, that is Bharatiya Janata Party, is the world's largest party in terms of primary membership. And after BJP, the second largest party is the Chinese Communist Party, because it has nearly half of the registered members of BJP. And CCP was also in news because recently it has celebrated the 100th anniversary of its foundation. Question number 5. What is the approximate annual growth rate of India's world market capitalization for the last 5 years? So India has been outperforming the global growth in market capitalization for the last 5 years at 14.7% annually against 13.25%. So in the month of June, India's share of the world market capitalization rose to 2.6%, which was more than the long-term average of 2.45%. Also, India's market cap rose 66% in 1 year, which leads to $3.02 trillion last month. And this was also higher than the 44% growth of global market cap. Now apart from it, Moody's Investor Services has declined the India's growth forecast to 9.6% for 2021 from its earlier forecast of 13.9%. And in the previous lecture, we have already talked about OECD, because recently it has cut India's growth projection to 9.9% for financial year 2022 from its earlier forecast of 12.6%. The headquarters of OECD lies in Paris. And please write the full form of OECD in the comment section. Question number 6. Experts from which state have identified native grasses and trees to improve elephant habitats? So a group of experts from TNAU, that is Tamil Nadu Agricultural University, has undertaken a project to identify native grasses and trees which are suitable for elephants. So this project aims to standardize mass multiplication technique. Hence obviously it belongs to Tamil Nadu. So earlier, the Forest Department set up the 8-member team which recently submitted a report after identifying 29 native grass species and 14 fodder tree species that are eatable for elephants and other herbivores. So for this purpose, the team have now started a nursery to grow these species. Now apart from it, Uttarakhand is very much in news these days. Why? Because here 11th Chief Minister has been appointed, and who is it? Pushkar Singh Dhami. And he is a member of Uttarakhand Legislative Assembly from Khatima constituency in Udham Singh Nagar district. Also, former Union Minister Thawar Chand Gehlot has been appointed as new governor for state of Karnataka. So for this purpose, he is set to resign from all the positions including Rajya Sabha MP and Union Minister of Social Justice and Empowerment. So first of all, he would resign from this post and then be appointed as new governor of Karnataka. Then Karnataka was also in news because it has decided to set up a flower processing center to convert its flowers into useful products. Question number 7. What is the name of the informational video series released in the Health Ministry's social media platforms? So recently, Health Ministry has launched COVID Gurukul, which would be an informational video series on its social media platforms. So this will aim to provide authentic information on COVID-19 pandemic and the vaccination drive undertaken across the country. So in this series, veteran public health experts, policymakers, doctors, scientists and other health professionals will participate. Then apart from it, India has decided to make CoWIN platform an open source for all their countries in order to enable them to use this technology so that they can run their own vaccination drives. And as we have discussed that our new health minister is Mansukh Mandavia, and do remember that he is also in charge of Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers. Mr. Mansukh is Rajya Sabha member from Gujarat and he has replaced Dr. Harshvardhan, who is our former health minister. Question number 8. In which Olympics International Olympic Committee made provisions for flag bearers from both genders at the opening ceremony? So this is the very first time that International Olympic Committee had made provisions for flag bearers from both genders at the opening ceremony. So this will be made effect from the Tokyo Olympics 2020. So talking about these flag bearers, first of all, Indian boxer MC Mary Kom and men's hockey team skipper Manpreet Singh will be the flag bearers for India at the opening ceremony of Tokyo Olympics. And wrestler Bajrang Punia will be the flag bearer at the closing ceremony, which would be held on August 8. Then Mariyappan Thangavelu would be the flag bearer of Tokyo Paralympics. Then recently Mana Patel was in news because she is the first Indian female swimmer to qualify for Tokyo 2020 Olympics. Then also India's athlete MP Jabir was in news. Why? Because he has been qualified for Tokyo Olympics in 400-meter hurdles. Also we celebrate International Olympic Day on 23rd of June. Question number 9. What is the expansion of ONDC, a recent project initiated by Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade? So actually DPIIT has recently appointed an advisory committee for its ONDC project, the full form of which is Open Network for Digital Commerce. So this will aim to promote open networks developed in open sources methodology, and this can also make e-commerce processes as open source. So National Health Authority CEO R.S. Sharma and Infosys non-executive chairman Nandan Nilekani has been appointed in this council. Now recently, EMA, that is European Medicines Agency, has excluded SII manufactured Covishield from the list of approved vaccines for Green Pass. Why? Because it does not have marketing authorization in European Union. So what do you understand by Green Pass? Actually, EU member states have started issuing the digital vaccine passport to enable easy traveling between EU countries for work or tourism purpose. So Covishield is not under this list. Now can you tell me the name of the country which has recently decided to issue vaccine passport? Please write in the comment section if you know. Coming to last question, Haribanga mangoes which were making news are grown in which country? So this mango variety is grown in Bangladesh and especially in the Rangpur district. So recently Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has sent 2600 kg of these mangoes as gift for Prime Minister Narendra Modi and West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee. So the consignment of the famous Haribanga mangoes was sent across the land border via Benapole checkpoint, and this is also dubbed as mango diplomacy. Now apart from it, the Mishri variety of cherries has been exported to Dubai from Kashmir Valley of Srinagar, and this is considered as significant step towards boosting the horticulture exports. And earlier a sample of consignment was also sent through air to the Mumbai. Apart from it, first consignment of GI certified Shahi Lychee was exported from Bihar to United Kingdoms, and also India has exported Jardalu mangoes from Bihar to United Kingdom again. Then from Assam there were 3 products which were exported recently. First is Burmese grapes, which is also called as Letuku in Assamese language. It has been exported to Dubai. Then second is Bao Dhan, which is also called as red rice, and it has been exported to USA. And the third one is Kaji Nemu, which is a variety of lemon, and it has been exported to London. Now you have to tell me the gakki mushrooms which has recently got the GI tag belongs to which state of India. Do let me know in the comment section. Now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions. At the end of the lecture, do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. It's okay if you are getting 3, 2, 1 or 0. It's totally fine, because at least you are better than those who are not at all attempting this quiz. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, me Nusrat Sana signing off.